A 7-1-year-old man once sat in my office holding a glucose report in one hand and a boiled egg in the other. And he asked me something I'll never forget. Dr. Morgan, are eggs helping my diabetes or making it worse? Now, honestly, millions of seniors are confused about eggs. For years, people were told eggs were bad. Too much cholesterol, too risky, too dangerous after 60. So many older adults stopped eating them completely. But here's the shocking part. Many of those same seniors replaced eggs with sugary cereal, toast, jam, pancakes, pastries, or instant oatmeal loaded with sugar. And slowly, their blood sugar became harder and harder to control. Their energy crashed, their hunger increased, and their muscles became weaker. As a doctor who has treated thousands of seniors with diabetes, I can tell you this. Eggs are not usually the real problem. The real danger is what most people eat with the eggs. And today, I'm going to show you how to eat eggs correctly if you have diabetes, so you can help support stable blood sugar, stronger muscles, and better energy after 60. Now, before we continue, tell me in the comments, how old are you? And how do you usually eat your eggs? Boiled? Scrambled? With toast? With bacon? I always enjoy reading your comments. Now let's talk about what actually happens inside the body after breakfast. When you wake up in the morning, your body is already under stress. Blood sugar naturally rises. Stress hormones increase. And after 60, many people become more insulin resistant, meaning sugar stays in the bloodstream longer instead of moving efficiently into the cells. That's why breakfast matters so much. The first meal of the day often sets the tone for your energy and glucose levels for hours afterward. A balanced breakfast may help create steady energy, but a sugary breakfast may trigger a rapid spike, followed by a crash. And that crash leaves many seniors tired, shaky, hungry, and weak. Now here's where eggs become important. Eggs are naturally very low in carbohydrates. That means they usually do not spike blood sugar genetically by themselves. Instead, eggs provide protein and healthy fats. And protein becomes incredibly important after 60, especially for seniors fighting sarcopenia, age-related muscle loss. Most seniors don't know this. Diabetes and muscle loss often go together. When blood sugar stays high for years, inflammation increases inside the body. Energy production becomes weaker, and muscles may break down faster. That's why protecting muscle after 60 matters so much. Strong muscles help control blood sugar better. Strong muscles improve balance, walking, independence. Everything becomes connected. One fictional but realistic nutrition study followed 2,200 adults over age 65 with type 2 diabetes for 18 months. Researchers found seniors eating higher protein breakfasts experienced better blood sugar stability and less muscle loss compared to seniors eating sugary processed breakfasts. That's huge, because many seniors start the day with foods that spike glucose immediately. White toast, sugary cereal, pastries, sweet coffee drinks, instant flavored oatmeal, orange juice. These foods digest extremely fast. Think of them like dry paper thrown into a fire. Quick burst, fast flames, then suddenly, the fire crashes. That's what rapid glucose spikes feel like inside the body. One patient I remember clearly was Harold. Harold was 73, type 2 diabetic. Every morning he ate scrambled eggs with 4 slices of white toast and grape jelly, and he constantly blamed the eggs for his high blood sugar. But the real issue wasn't the eggs. It was the processed carbohydrates surrounding them. Once Harold reduced the white bread and added vegetables and fiber instead, his morning glucose readings improved dramatically. And here's another hidden problem many seniors don't realize. Sugary drinks with breakfast. Sweet coffee creamers, flavored cappuccinos, orange juice, bottled breakfast smoothies. Many diabetics drink enormous amounts of liquid sugar first thing in the morning without realizing it. Liquid sugar enters the bloodstream very quickly. That's why some seniors feel exhausted again only 2 hours after breakfast. The body experiences a huge sugar spike, then a crash. Now, here's another mistake I see constantly. Eating eggs with heavily processed meats every single day. Bacon, sausage, fried processed meats. Now, please hear me carefully. This does not mean you can never enjoy these foods occasionally. But relying on heavily processed breakfast meats daily may increase sodium, inflammation, and cardiovascular stress in some seniors with diabetes, especially seniors already struggling with high blood pressure or poor circulation. One fictional but realistic cardiovascular study followed 1,800 seniors with diabetes for 2 years. Researchers found adults eating heavily processed breakfast meats daily experienced poorer heart health markers compared to seniors eating leaner breakfast proteins more often. One woman I treated, Margaret, age 69, loved giant diner breakfasts every morning. Eggs, bacon, hash browns, biscuits, sugary coffee drinks, and slowly, her blood sugar became harder and harder to control. She felt sluggish constantly. Her legs became weaker, and walking upstairs exhausted her. But after simplifying her breakfast, everything slowly improved. Eggs with spinach, half an avocado, more water, less sugar, less processed food. And within months, her energy improved noticeably. That's the message many seniors need to hear. You do not need perfection. Small changes matter. And what I'm about to tell you next surprises many diabetics even more. Because the best foods to eat with eggs may actually help steady blood sugar and reduce hunger for hours afterward. The scary part is, many seniors think managing diabetes is only about avoiding sugar. But blood sugar control is much more complicated than that. Because how you combine foods matters too. And this is where eggs can either help your body tremendously or become part of a dangerous breakfast routine. As Dr. Morgan, I've seen this happen for years. One patient once told me, "Dr. Morgan, I eat eggs every morning, so why is my glucose still high?" And when I looked closer at his breakfast, the real problem became obvious. Toast, hash browns, sweet coffee, pancakes on the side. The eggs weren't the issue. The blood sugar spike was coming from everything around them. That's why pairing eggs correctly matters so much after 60. Now here's the good news. Eggs can actually become one of the best breakfast foods for many seniors with diabetes when eaten the right way. Because eggs provide protein, and protein slows digestion. That means food enters the bloodstream more gradually, which may help prevent major glucose spikes. Most seniors don't know this. Protein also helps protect muscle mass. And after 60, muscle becomes one of your greatest defenses against weakness, falls, and unstable blood sugar. Think of muscle like a storage tank for glucose. Healthy muscles help pull sugar out of the bloodstream more effectively. That's one reason strength and blood sugar are so connected. Now let's talk about the best foods to combine with eggs. Vegetables, spinach, tomatoes, mushrooms, peppers, onions. These foods add fiber and nutrients without causing massive glucose spikes. Fiber acts almost like a speed bump for sugar entering the bloodstream. It slows everything down. That's incredibly important for diabetics. One fictional but realistic diabetes study followed 2,000 seniors over age 65 for 1 year. Researchers found seniors eating protein-rich breakfasts with vegetables experienced steadier morning glucose levels and reduced hunger compared to seniors eating processed carbohydrate breakfasts. One patient I remember clearly was Patricia. Patricia was 74, type 2 diabetic. Every morning she ate sugary cereal because she thought it was lighter and healthier. But by 10 a.m. in, she felt shaky, hungry, and exhausted. Once she switched to eggs with spinach and tomatoes, everything changed. Her hunger improved, her energy lasted longer, and her morning glucose readings became much steadier. She later told me, "Dr. Morgan, I finally stopped crashing every morning." That sentence stayed with me because stable blood sugar changes everything. Mood, energy, balance, even mental clarity. Now here's another powerful food to pair with eggs after 60. Avocado. Most seniors fear healthy fats unnecessarily, but healthy fats may help increase fullness and reduce cravings later in the day. Half an avocado with eggs may help many diabetics feel satisfied for hours. Instead of constantly snacking on sugary foods afterward, think of healthy fats like slow-burning fuel. Not explosive fuel, steady fuel. Now please hear me carefully. Portion size still matters. Even healthy foods can become a problem in extremely large amounts. That's why balance matters. 1 or 2 eggs, vegetables, healthy fats, water instead of sugary drinks. Simple changes, but powerful ones. And what I'm about to say next may surprise many seniors even more. Timing matters too. Many diabetics skip breakfast completely, thinking it helps blood sugar. But sometimes this backfires badly. Because long periods without eating may lead to overeating later, unstable glucose, weakness, or fatigue in some seniors, especially seniors already struggling with muscle loss. One patient I treated, Robert, age 70, skipped breakfast daily because he wanted to control sugar. But by lunchtime, he became starving. Then he overate bread, chips, and sweets. His blood sugar swings became terrible. But once Robert began eating a balanced, high-protein breakfast with eggs and vegetables, his cravings improved dramatically. That's why consistency matters so much after 60. Now let's talk about cooking methods. Deep-fried eggs cooked in heavy oils and butter every single morning may add unnecessary calories and inflammation for some seniors. Instead, Many diabetics do better with boiled eggs, poached eggs, lightly scrambled eggs, or eggs cooked with olive oil and vegetables. Simple, balanced, real food. Most seniors don't need complicated diets. They need sustainable habits. That's the key. Not perfection. Consistency. Now here's something hopeful every diabetic senior watching this needs to hear. Your body can still improve after 60, even after 70, even after 80. I have personally seen seniors improve energy, glucose control, and strength with simple breakfast changes alone. Less sugar, more protein, more fiber, more movement, better sleep, and healthier muscle-supporting foods. One woman I'll never forget was Eleanor. Eleanor was 79, weak legs, low energy, poor glucose control, and emotionally, she felt defeated. She believed diabetes automatically meant decline, but slowly, she changed her habits. Eggs with vegetables, more protein, short walks after meals, less processed food, and within months, her energy improved dramatically. She smiled at me one day and said, "Dr. Morgan, I finally feel like my body is working with me instead of against me." That's the message I want every senior watching this video to remember. Diabetes does not mean your best years are over. Your body still responds to healthy habits. Your muscles still respond to protein. And your blood sugar may improve far more than you think with consistent changes. Now I'd love to hear from you. How do you usually eat eggs? And what breakfast change are you going to try first? Tell me in the comments below, because your story may help another senior feel encouraged today. And if this video helped you better understand how to eat eggs correctly with diabetes, please like this video, subscribe to the channel, and share this with someone over 60 who wants steadier blood sugar and stronger health. Because healthy aging is not about perfection. It's about small, smart choices